You are listening to a Cult Talk Network podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to Cultober 3, the finale, the last episode of the month. I'm Ty.
I'm Eric.
I'm Ben.
I'm Bailey.
I'm Jerry.
Michael's here.
I'm Urs.
Hey.
Hi.
Everyone got their name in. Urs didn't interrupt Ben. Mike said his right name. Bailey said her right name.
Good Lord.
Wow. What a good way to kick off this
I
episode.
know. We're one big...
I'm feeling good about it already.
Don't worry, I'll
Just
find a way to
good
ruin
way
it
to end
later.
Oh, I'm sure you definitely will. You definitely will.
Yeah, and I think we all saw the buffer bar on Michael's forehead before he said his name there for a second.
Like, wait a minute, what?
I was just kind of waiting to see where I would fall in.
That's fair. There's a lot of us here.
Yeah.
7 people on this episode.
7 people. One for each
Wow.
Addams?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Ooh.
I get to be Morticia.
Obviously, you're the only woman here.
That is a concept for David, our Cultober artist.
Yes.
That is maybe a concept.
We're gonna make Ben the son, Pugsy, just to make it weird for Bailey to be the mom. So sorry, Ben, you gotta be Pugsy.
I feel like I should be definitely Gomez because I have the mustache.
You do.
Oh, you do have the mustache.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, there are 7 Addams if you count Lurch, which we do.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, of course. You got to count Lurch.
What's
Well,
the
we're
hair?
not counting, so
What about
we
the
are
unborn
not.
baby?
So I do have a question. Can we have SCB thing and just have a hand with a Canadian flag on it?
Oh, yeah. There we go. That'd be perfect. There you go.
Eric gets
Who are the Adams?
What?
Gomez, Morticia, Wednesday,
Gomez,
Pugsley.
Morticia, Uncle Fester, Wednesday, Pugsley, Granny, and then Lurch.
Lurch. There we go.
Nice. I think Ursa's Wednesday.
Ursa is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Ursa, are you Wednesday?
Sure.
Wednesday.
Is he?
That is a very Wednesday thing to say.
Sure.
I'll be Lurch because I talk too much.
Yeah.
That would make
Someone needs to silence him.
That would make Michael Fester
That fits. I can see that.
because
Yeah, I can
Eric's
see
going to
that.
be
Fits.
Morticia's mom.
Yeah.
Granny.
Yeah, Granny.
Oh, she's too happy. I'm not that happy.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I haven't figured. If you haven't figured it out yet, we're talking about 1993's Addams Family.
Was it 93s?
Was it 93 or was it 91?
93 was
91. That's
93.
right. Yeah.
Yep.
And then the sequel was 93. I thought these were way
Dumbass.
later in the 90s. Well, I seriously thought these were way later in the 90s because I don't know. They seem like they're like mid 90s. I don't know what it is.
What the production value seems to be like they were. Yeah, it looks good. It looks like late 90s good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm with you. It feels
But 1991. So I'd have been.
What year? What month did it come out? Oh, come on now. Come on, son.
Oh God.
Didn't we just say 91 and 93?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what
91.
month?
We don't know what month.
Oh, what month?
Come on, Bailey, keep up now.
I'm sorry. The original came out in 1936, though.
Well, that's the series, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
I have.
November, a month after October.
yeah, what the heck? That's kind of what I was.
I mean, I don't know because that might have worked out because they would have had all their promotional stuff coming out in October.
Yeah, and it does open with Christmas Carolers, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It opens with Christmas Carolers. So,
All right.
so it does fall like in this half.
I mean, I guess at that point, it really is not really sold as a Halloween movie.
It is not.
Right.
It's just a creepy family.
It's just Halloween centric. Yeah, it's not like it's not explicitly Halloween. I don't know if there's ever been a movie where it's like Addams Family on Halloween, like a movie.
Oh,
You
not
know?
a movie. There's a
There's
scene
not.
at the very end.
Is there?
Where they're going trick-or-treating. Yeah.
Oh, that is right. Yeah, they leave for trick or treat.
Okay.
Close enough.
Wow.
I'm counting it.
So this movie spans almost an entire year then, because it starts on Christmas, ends on Halloween, so it spans like 10 months.
No
So
kidding.
Yeah, interesting.
Wow. Didn't feel like a year. It flew right by.
It did. This movie right here, all-time classic. I mean, Addams Family has been done many times after this, and I don't think anything's really lived up to this. I think when most people think of Addams Family, they're thinking of Raul Julia and
Angelica Houston.
Angelica Houston.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're thinking of.
This epitomizes them, and this is like Lord of the Rings level casting, where it's just not to be replaced.
Yeah.
No, I like hold Harry Potter there as well. With that.
Yeah,
I think,
exactly.
I can't remember Daniel Radcliffe Harry Potter. But what do you guys have? You guys watched any like the Illumination movies, the animated flicks that came out recently?
What?
Did anyone watch those?
No.
I have not either. They never looked like they appealed to me. I'm not a big fan of Illumination, even though they did Mario Brothers. That was a good one, but I'm not a big fan of their humor. I don't know. The Despicable Me movies never clicked with me. I never got the Minion Mania. I never got that.
So I never saw any of the Despicable Me's. I liked the Minion movie enough.
Okay.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
I never got into that. I never got into that stuff. But Super Mario Brothers is fantastic.
It is a particular kind of humor that they have,
Yeah.
I think it's better than what Pixar's shitting out right now.
Oh, God. Yeah. Sadly.
So terrible. Back in the day, Pixar was awesome for all you kids.
Absolutely. Yeah. Early 2000s, late 90s, man. Pixar could be beat. It's crazy when they had their first flop. That was like a big thing when they had their first flop. The Good Dinosaur, which is a solid flick. I think that's a solid flick.
I hadn't even heard of it.
Yeah, it's a Good Dinosaur. It's pretty good. It's a really weird movie, but it's a solid flick. It's just a weird concept. It's like the dinosaur, the meteor that took off the dinosaurs doesn't hit Earth. So the movie takes place in an alternate history where dinosaurs are still alive and they're cattle ranchers for some reason.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a really weird movie. Yeah, I think it's a solid flick.
That'll fuck up the Pixar timeline.
I think I remember that with the wasn't like there was like a T-Rex that was like he had that real cowboy voice. Was it Sam? Sam Elliott, maybe?
I think so. Yeah, Sam Elliott's in it. It's based on the gas station logo in the Toy Story movies. It's like what it's based off of.
Oh, the dinosaur gas station.
Yeah, the dinosaur gas. That's like that's what it's based off of in the Pixar universe.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a really weird movie.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about that movie.
No,
we're talking about the Addams Family.
Sorry, I was busy looking at other things. I would have stopped you guys so much sooner, but I was looking up other things. I'm sorry.
Failed us, and
I don't think it was that big of a tangent. It wasn't too big of a tangent.
It doesn't probably doesn't get the 4-minute music, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's still fun. Now, Addams Family. Who are behind Addams Family? Who wrote this, Eric?
So who wrote it? Two individuals. We have Caroline Thompson and Larry Wilson, who both wrote this. Looking at let's see what else Caroline might have done. Filmography.
Well, you go through the names. I'll go look at Caroline.
Hands. That makes sense. Okay, you've got Caroline.
Yeah, I'll look at Caroline real quick. See what else she's been a part of. Edward Scissorhands, Black Beauty, Buddy, Snow White, The Fairest of Them All, 2001, Corpse Bride.
This movie's the people that worked on this movie's got a pretty decent little pedigree on them. Really,
yeah, she was part of the Secret Garden. She's part of the Secret Garden also. Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey.
No way. Which is one of the best movies to have ever existed.
Man. Everything else is in its shadow.
Yeah.
Did you say the other writer's name?
Chance on that one.
Yeah, I took a chance on that.
Yeah.
That's see, you had
did you say the other writer, Eric?
That was Larry.
Larry Wilson. He also worked on Beetlejuice, The Little Vampire, A Year Without a Santa Claus, and Tales from the Crypt television series.
Wow, these people are really on brand for this.
yeah.
I guess a lot of people attribute this to Tim Burton, but he didn't work on it.
No.
That was one of the facts I was going to get to later. Thanks for taking away from me, Jerry. Fuck me, I guess. The one time you speak, you fuck me.
Well,
thanks, Lurch.
The director was Barry Sonnenfeld, who was
Barry Sonnenfeld still works. He still gets work, man. He's kind of like the summer blockbuster guy now, or what? Not so much now, but like back in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh yeah,
he was a big summer blockbuster
Men in
guy.
Black.
Yeah, he did the Men in Black movies.
Wild Wild West.
He produced Wild Wild West.
Okay, right on. Yep, that's true.
Did RV?
I actually like
RV.
Oh my god,
RV. Yeah.
You know,
RV.
just looking at his YouTube.
You like that movie?
I said it.
Who said it? Say it with your chest.
Listen, I'm a sucker for Robin Williams. It has to be really bad for me to not like a Robin Williams movie.
That's not bad. I mean,
listen, if we get into Robin Williams right now, we're going to be talking for a while. As a career that I cherish.
Wild Hogs too?
What is it?
Wild Hogs.
Wild Hogs.
Like the same. In my
that was
opinion,
like the same time.
Yeah. Like you would get at the same fast food place, know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't listen. I can appreciate it. It wasn't trying to sell me anything. It's like watch these old guys go on an adventure. I'll watch.
Yeah, I like those kind of movies. I like the here's a bunch of actors you remember from when you were kids in a movie.
That doesn't surprise me when Tyler says that.
Expendables movies, all that shit. Space Cowboys. I love that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Oh, I love Space Cowboys.
I've never seen Space Cowboys. What am I missing?
Yeah, really.
Tommy Lee Jones. Clint Eastwood.
Donald Sutherland. Shit, the fourth guy, I can't believe it. He's my dad's favorite actor.
Is it Ed Harris?
No, it's not.
Seems like an Ed Harris movie.
God damn it!
I think Ed Harris is in it. The fourth guy that's in the space that makes up the quintet in Space Cowboys is my dad's favorite actor. Can't remember his name.
We're
Jesus.
finding it.
You guys are making me watch like
he's
fucking
like Ladies' Man.
Killing 3 when we have shit like this.
There is things available, and you're doing this.
The pod god gives and the pod god tortures.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
James
Clint
Garner?
Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones, Donald Sutherland, James Garner,
You were right.
Yeah, that's my dad's favorite actor. That's my dad's favorite actor.
and James Cromwell. You can't leave out James Cromwell.
Yeah.
He's the That'll Do Pig guy.
Goodness, Eric, go jump to the producer. Good Lord.
Produced by Scott Rudin?
You're ready to hear some stuff he's been a producer
Here
of?
it is. You can't.
It's Rudin.
We'll start with his early career. Addams Family is there. I'm just going to kind of shotgun through his career here. He did Life with Mikey. Did you ever watch that?
No.
That was with Michael J. Fox. That's pretty good. He was like a
Was it a
retired
TV show?
No, it was like a movie. That was Spin City, the TV show. But he did Life with Mikey as a movie where he's like a talent agent for kids because he was a kid star sort of thing. It's a fun movie. Anyway, the producer, this guy, Searching for Bobby Fischer, Sister Act 2, Clueless, Sabrina, Ransom, Twilight, The Truman Show, Civil Action, Sleepy Hollow, Wonder Boys, Rules of Engagement, Zoolander, The Royal Tenenbaums,
Rules of Engagement? Really?
School of Rock, The Village. It's Team America, World Police. He's been around, guys.
What the fuck is this guy?
Wow.
He just signs anything, don't he?
Yep. He did The Social Network, True Grit,
He
The
sounds
Girl with
like
the Dragon Tattoo, The Dictator.
Listen,
Damn, there's like no correlation between any of his last four movies.
You know what
there's like no correlation.
You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of a real estate investor.
Well,
You're like, we're just going to go into these properties and whatever we're going to do.
I will
all
say,
the same problems.
Yeah, but most of the movies, Mike named off all made money. I mean,
he did his executive producer with South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
Solid flick.
I wonder what his net worth is.
Oh Lord! Don't make me look up extra things.
Yeah, I don't think there's that word.
People are just like, you can get him to absolutely produce anything if you can get him between the hookers and the blow.
It seems like if he produces it, you're gonna make money. I mean, all those movies Mike just named off are money makers. they all made money. So,
like Bailey said, very business minded. That realtor is going to snatch
the
up.
only number I see Eursa says 250 million.
That's probably fair. That's probably fair.
He's probably hiding a lot of it. That's
he sounds like a friend of Epstein, probably.
Who do we got in this movie?
I want to shout out the cinematographer first. Sorry,
you got cinematographer. Okay, no, you're fine.
He's interesting. Owen Roisman, who has a vast, he directed a bunch of stuff too, but he was the cinematographer for The Exorcist.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that, but it makes sense. It's like get the horror cinematographer to
So
he also did Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
I mean, so when you look at that crew, it's no wonder this movie is good because it's not crewed by a bunch of slapdick morons.
Right.
It had no choice, really, but to be good.
Yeah, right. All these people with that kind of a mindset and an imagination.
And then they brought in this cast.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, also, this is some of these people is like early in their career, this Addams Family. So this kind of probably helped them launch into some good stuff.
So we have Angelica Houston as Morticia Addams.
Yeah.
The guy that I think steals the entire show is Raul Julia as Gomez Addams.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Christopher Lloyd as Uncle Fester.
Christopher Lloyd.
I love seeing him in this movie.
Oh my God, he's great.
He's wonderful.
Judith Malina?
Melina, yep.
See?
It's not as easy as it sounds, is it?
As Granny, we have Christina Ricci as Wednesday Addams, of course.
Yep.
Jimmy Workman as Pugsley Addams. Carl Strucken as Lurch. Christopher Hart as the Hand Thing. And our bad guys that nobody gives a shit about.
Didn't Angelica, didn't she do Witches?
Yeah, she did Witches. Yeah, Witches. Yeah, she was on Witches.
Like the one where they have square feet.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
That's
Yeah.
the lady.
Yep, she was in that.
Yeah, that's right. We're the kids and mouse or whatever.
Christopher Hart, the guy that plays Thing, he is a hand actor. That's his
that is
his thing. He was in all three. I think aside from Lurch, I think Lurch is also in all three of the Addams Family movies.
Nice.
But I think it's the Lurch and Thing are the only two actors who are in the entire three movies. The technically three movies, if you want to count the third one.
Raul Julia, that's Gomez, right?
I didn't know that was the third one.
Yeah. Now, Christopher Hart also played Thing in all three movies. He played the Hand in Idle Hands. He played the Hands in an episode of Angel. And he also played Lefty in, Mike, you'll appreciate this, Quicksilver Highway.
Quicksilver?
Remember that?
Do I remember that?
You remember that movie.
Is that the tire?
What's
that is the chattering teeth. The chattering teeth. But yeah, so he's a hand in all kinds of shit. That's his thing.
Chattering teeth. God damn it.
Yeah.
Tyler, I forgot about that. You just unlocked it, okay?
Yeah, there you
didn't
go.
have to.
Quicksilver Highway.
God damn.
I remember you brought the VHS to me once in elementary school.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's where me and Mike bought it in elementary school over a VHS called Quicksilver Highway. It's an anthology movie, really bad anthology movie. For some reason,
we might have to watch it sometime instead of Space Cowboys.
Yeah, that's 4th, 5th grade.
Yeah.
Mike brought in this VHS for me to watch this horror
Why
anthology.
did I bring you that?
I don't remember. We were kids. We were like little kids, and you brought me this VHS tape of Quicksilver Highway.
Because then like an anthology, it also had like this guy. Didn't he have like a bunch of hands or something falling? He jumped off the roof.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
that was.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Yeah.
God,
By the
Lord.
way, what a cool job to be able to just have. Like, man, if I didn't bite my nails, I'd change careers right now. Yep.
What a unique thing. Because I feel like with Christopher Hart, like, you know, does he get recognized? Can people recognize him like in public?
They shake his hand and they're like, "Oh my god, you're the thing."
He's at a gas station. He's paying the attendant like, what? Addams Family.
That's the guy.
The hand from Addams Family.
Or wonder if he's like that guy from Zoolander where he just has them in globes.
Oh God, yeah.
It's like I can't hurt him.
You're the hand from Quicksilver Highway.
Yep, there you go.
But no, he's like a professional. Yeah, but Raul Julia, like Ben said, he steals the show in this.
Yeah.
I think Angelica Houston and Raul Julia, of course, Christina Ricci. Those three are the ones that stand out. But no one in the cast does bad. I mean, when I think of any of these characters, you know, as a character, you know, I think of Gomez or Fester. I'm thinking of these actors from this movie.
Correct.
Oh yeah, hands down. Like they
did.
Christina Ricci is like, you know, she even pops up in the new Netflix Wednesday series. She has she plays a role in that. She's just so intrinsically tied with this character.
I'm trying to think who is like the weakest person in this ensemble.
Pugsley.
Pugsley.
I don't know, but I think he acts the way he's supposed to is the thing. Like I don't.
He does.
Yeah,
he
but
does.
he's inherently the weakest of the family members.
Yeah, Pugsley is like it's almost like sometimes you're watching and you forget Pugsley's even there.
Yeah.
It is like it's the Gomez Morticia Wednesday show is what it is. And Pugsley's just there.
Pugsley's typically the person they're putting in the chair.
Oh yeah, he's
like a dopey punching bag.
Yeah.
Even the actor. Looking at the actor, he's not really done much outside of the Addams Family movies. Looks like he had like some roles in some little TV shows and stuff, but his career tapers off pretty quick after this.
Hate to see it.
I could have sworn he was in Heavyweights, but I guess not.
There were just a lot of fat kids there. So
yeah, I guess I was thinking fat white kid. He must be in the 90s.
He's got to be there.
He must have been. Yeah, he must have lost out.
When did Heavyweights come out? He might have been just a little too old for it, actually.
96, 97.
Y'all ever watch Heavyweights?
No.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Heavyweights. That's a great.
Of course, I heard a no from Bailey. It's fine.
Yep.
Oh wait, Heavyweights. It's an old movie, right?
It's an old comedy. Yeah.
Ben Stiller.
It's got Ben Stiller. It's got Goldberg.
Yep, I have seen
The two movies that people usually pair with Heavyweights and Bushwhacked.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen Bushwhacked in forever. I haven't seen that in so long.
Whatever happened to the fat kid from Heavyweights? The main character kid.
I'll say which one?
What's he up to these days? What's he up to these days?
I think he got really into shape. The main white
like,
fat kid. Yeah, he got like super in shape.
That's a career killer.
He's like yeah.
Way to ruin your character stamp.
Yeah, he's not getting a call back for Heavyweights too when Disney reboots it inevitably. He's not getting a call back.
No.
Have we hit the budget for Addams Family yet?
Let's do it. Let's hit budget. Although, yeah. So, okay, got the budget up. Do we want to guess this, or should I just?
Well, what's the budget itself?
The budget is $30 million. Budget of $30 million. In 91.
Well spent.
Yeah. Let's guess.
It had to all just go into the house, right? I mean, I'm
seeing $47 million myself. Or no, that's for values. Never mind. My apologies. That's for values.
It's not that time yet, Ty.
I think the original it was like 25 million, and then they accidentally went like 5 million over.
Oops.
Yep. Yeah.
Sorry,
the budget
Paramount.
was set. The budget was set for 25, and it came out to 30 million.
It happens sometimes.
It was an Orion film, and then they were worried about it being a flop, so they sold it to Paramount.
Ooh, they fucked up, son.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sucks to
Yeah,
suck.
so Orion, they went out of business in the 90s.
With stupid decisions like that, I can see.
They I think when I think of Orion, I think of RoboCop. So they did RoboCop. It was an Orion picture.
I think they did Flight of the Navigator as well. Or was that
possibly? I think Flight of the Navigators was Disney.
That was Disney.
Yeah.
So I'll guess it did 180 back. At least double.
180 back.
At least. I'll start us off.
I have it up. I can't guess. I have it up.
Tyler cheated.
Face, yeah.
Okay.
I already looked when I was looking at the IMDb.
Ben and Bailey, what are your guesses?
They spent 30.
They spent 30.
Michael, what'd you say?
I think I said 180, but I was thinking of a different number. I should have said less, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I'll throw out your number, whatever.
No, I don't get to take my numbers back.
I'm gonna say it did like I'm gonna say 90.
90?
I'm gonna say it did like 191.5 million. Somewhere around there.
I looked it up earlier.
You ruined the game for everyone, Tyler.
Around there.
0.5 million.
Man, I was spot on. Oh.
Wow.
Just guess. Just
off the top of my head. No big deal.
Top of my head, 191.5 or something like that. Yeah, $191.5 million it made. So this was a big win for Paramount.
They did it more than 4 times what they spent.
Nice. Do we want to go over the things I'm looking at, or do we want to cover that in the next segment before we start covering the plot?
Let's talk about that in the next segment. You break out like some film relevant stuff there.
Hey, there's some film relevant stuff.
Okay, we'll talk about that in the next segment. But until next, I guess let's just go ahead and let's get on to the next segment. Let's go ahead and how do we do this? Who's taking us to the next segment? I don't know who's.
Jerry, get us there.
All right, we're here in the next segment, which is what?
You didn't even take us there.
Yeah, you didn't even take us there. You assumed we were already there.
You're a time traveling demon.
Lost.
I like the thing. Eric did.
Yeah, I like that too. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Fine. Who's doing it?
Eric already did it.
God, what a chaotic transition. (1991's) Addams Family. What better way to send off Cultober 3 with everyone's favorite spooky, ooky, kooky family, the Addams.
We're going to get one douchebag in the comment sections or something be like, this movie sucks.
Oh, probably. There's probably some people think this movie sucks, but
that's fine. They're all wrong.
They are wrong. This movie is fantastic.
Write me in the comment section.
List your reasons for rebuttal.
Me and Ben agree on it, Ben. So that's multiple different facets of people's tastes right there.
Yep. Their powers combined.
All right. I'm going to cover some things. Jerry spoiled probably a couple of things on this list, but it's fine.
Nice job, Dick.
You bastard.
Thanks, Jerry.
You ruined Cultober.
The whole Cultober's ruined.
He's like, what? I did fucking research.
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
Sorry, I came prepared. Do you know these people don't come prepared, Jerry? I don't need this coming into the call talk.
I'm just looking into your
trying to pull your
I
own.
don't know what to do with a prepared person. I need to just go step outside for a minute.
I fire from the hip. I don't prepare.
I thought I'd come in fairly prepared.
Shoot first.
He's
think
like, I
later.
try really hard.
I mean,
Actually.
I watch the movie most of the time.
Yeah, Eursa just goes watch. What do you watch? Cinema Sins and Cinema Wins.
Yeah, you gotta do both so there's balance.
I don't know.
Everything wrong with, and then all the wins. You know what I mean? What that's called? Movie sins and then movie wins. Yeah.
Ursa through Addams Family was doing the little dad nap thing. I know. I look over and he was like, doing the, resting he was resting his eyes through the whole movie.
I was checking my eyelids for cracks.
Making sure they're still solid eyelids. That's all. So I'll get into our first thing here. Uncle Fester. Who played Uncle Fester?
Christopher Lloyd.
Doc Brown.
Could have been Sir Anthony Hopkins was almost Uncle Fester.
Wow. I don't think I want to see that.
What?
I would actually like to see how he would play that.
I don't know. I don't think I would have liked to see 90s Anthony Hopkins. Yeah. He's playing right now he's playing Hannibal Lecter, right? Around this time.
It was reported that Anthony Hopkins turned it down, actually, is why Christopher Lloyd got it even.
Thank God.
Wow, that surprised me that he just wasn't like a pick for it. Like, I don't know.
It's weird.
Why would he be, though? I mean, I wouldn't have, having just seen like Back to the Future and some of those other things, I wouldn't have
pictured
True.
it. Yeah.
Not until I saw him do it.
Well, for the longest time, I didn't even know that's who it was.
Right.
Like, as a kid watching this.
I guess he really liked the character.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that does make sense. It looked like a lot of fun.
Yep. You know what's not fun, though? Hair and makeup took hours to apply.
I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
3 hours, it says, for Jesus. Christopher Lloyd and Carol Kane, who the grandmama. Yeah, Carol Kane. They said it took
3 hours is not that bad.
They had to put, I kind of was thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
It's like,
I mean, I guess they've gotten better over years because I remember, I don't know why I'm going to choose The Grinch with Jim Carrey because that popped in my head.
It's kind of notorious. Yeah, it's like notorious. Yeah.
Well, it took like 2.5 hours for his whole Grinch to get up.
oh, really? 2.5?
Yeah.
No.
I was going to say it'd take longer.
Like
I remember watching behind the scenes thing. They talk about 2.5 hours to get it on.
For his suit, but his face, I think, took like 8 hours.
I don't know.
It's kind of like notorious. Yeah, it's like notorious as being like hell in that outfit. So people are always like surprised he's able to pull such a performance from it.
Oh yeah, that's what Google says. 2.5 hours.
Damn, I thought it was longer than that.
Yeah, I did too.
Each morning.
Each the amount of time he had to sit in it.
Each morning.
And here's what Jerry ruined for me. It's fine. Fans think Tim Burton secretly directed the movies.
Wow.
I never said
no. I don't know what he's talking about. That's yeah.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't be too egregious, like if he did like kind of ghost directed. I guess. I mean,
I don't know. Why would it be a secret? Why would they? Why would they secretly have him? I've never heard of a ghost director.
What'd you say, Urs?
Is that a thing? Ghost directing?
Probably. I don't know. I
never thought about.
I've never heard of a ghost director.
I'm sorry. I just said the term. That was the best thing I could think to call it.
So there's some examples where, like, if you talk to the cast and crew, it's the assistant director or whatever that really did all of it,
right?
For whatever reason. So I don't think it's officially a thing because it would be illegal as shit, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
and difficult to pull off.
Not really, because I mean, you have like ghost writers or like mentoring. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if maybe Tim Burton, if he did, was like a mentor to the actual director.
So I could see like a mentor route.
Maybe it's like a consultant, maybe?
Yeah,
That makes sense. Like a ghost writer, it's like that's easy to hide. You just shuffle the papers under somebody's door or something. You don't ever have to see who wrote those works. But like,
I feel like if he directed, there would like somewhere there'd be some photos or something.
Yeah,
he'd have to be on set the whole time.
How different would it have been though if it was him like
calling somebody in the corner? I could see that.
I'm trying to think what he would send over the top with if he was just the director.
Well, Wednesday he did Wednesday. Wednesday's Tim Burton. I thought that was pretty good. I liked the Wednesday show. It was pretty good.
You can't deny that Wednesday is borrowing heavily from this movie, and if Tim Burton had established the bones, who knows what that would have looked like.
Right. Yeah.
The only thing that I don't like about Wednesday, and I full disclosure, I have not yet to see all of Wednesday yet, and I don't like it because she's so goddamn perky, is the side character where like she shares a room with Wednesday.
Yeah.
And mainly it's because my best friends are like, oh, it's you and me. And I'm like, which one's which? Because I guarantee you it's not what you think, my love. And we've had this conversation. So if all of y'all bitches, y'all ain't shocked. Like,
here comes probably no surprise, really. Angelica Hudson woman needed a corset to become Morticia.
Oh yeah,
I mean, a thin ass waist. Really, I mean,
she's literally
that's not too shocking.
No.
I guess it made it so she couldn't like lay down and like rest.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So she had to spend hours and hours.
She was really like hot.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
You know what they used to do? Back in like the very, very early days of filming, is they used to have like these like they were basically like stand-up chairs where like the actress would go in and rest in, basically, and like it would pretty much like hold you up, but it looked like like a flat bed that you could just like stand up in, and like it had like little armrests and everything, and it was so that you wouldn't get your costume wrinkled, but you also didn't have to take it off, so you could go and rest.
That's a good idea. I want one for myself.
I need one for my wedding.
They,
One for work.
Yeah,
they,
there you go.
they used to have stuff like that for when you took photographs.
Ben, how long are you going to keep letting her think that she's getting married? How long are you going to let that keep going on?
Until the day before.
Yeah. Surprise.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The doctor. Do anyone remember the fake doctor's name? Fester's fake doctor?
Dr. Gutenstein.
Gutenpinderschloss.
Hinderschloss.
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 Pinderschloss. When translated into German, both words roughly translates to nut house.
Oh.
That's funny.
That
oh my
makes
gosh.
sense.
That's so neat.
Do you have anything on Pugsley's name?
No, not on this list.
Oh, can we talk about it right quick? I don't want to steal your thunder.
We're here. We're here talking about names.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So I guess Pugsley was actually supposed to be Pubert, but in the original series in 1936, they deemed that because like Pubert was directly related to puberty, it was too sexually charged to air for family television. So they changed it to Pugsley, which in Bulgaria translates directly to stomach pump.
So
I actually like Pugsley over Pubert anyway.
Yeah.
Pubert.
stomach pump. So they just think they named their kids after a day of the week. And stomach pump.
Which one is favored more?
Yeah.
Well, Wednesday is actually based on a nursery rhyme that has like the Lady of Woe in it. And like that's where the name Wednesday comes from, is like her name is literally Woe.
That's like Wednesday's child.
Mhm. Yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm sure we all picked up, anyone that ever watches picked up on this. Morticia's eyes always got special lighting.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, there's times where she stepped into the light for it, like you could just actively see it happen.
They did do that to where, she would step into the post for her shot, not, whenever she did move on the screen, which really wasn't too much unless it was like straight on. Mm-hmm. So how did they do that lighting? Do we know? Was it
I don't know. I didn't look any behind the scenes on it.
No.
It looks like it's reflective light.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if it's because of how like porcelain her skin is in that.
Which probably just helped with it.
They used to do that lighting like a ton back in the day,
Right.
Right.
A long time ago. I mean, I imagine they just block off everything but the eyes, I imagine.
Yeah.
It's probably just like bright light and they just put some kind of cardboard you could do crudely over it. And,
I think you'd have to, since it's her eyes, you'd have to reflect it so that it's not like just beaming straight into her face, right?
I don't know. Actors look into lights all the time.
No, but not so direct, at least as a stage actor, so directly. I don't know about
she's never looking directly at the light. She's looking at...
It's true.
The light not be as bright as what you think it is because everything else is dark too.
Yeah, I mean, there's some hard contrast when you're looking at her.
Because her eyes are even brown too.
Yeah.
Like she does not have light colored eyes either. She's got dark hair, dark dress, dark red lipstick, dark eyes, dark eyebrows, porcelain skin. And the environment around her is also dark and gray and dreary. So
they just don't have that light turned up as much.
Yeah. So I'm sure like Eursa and Mike said, just echoing on that, even a little bit will look like a lot.
Yeah.
True.
This list is starting to get into family values. I think we'll save that for some other time.
Yeah. Sometime later.
Sometime later, mayhaps.
Yeah. You never know
why you bring it up, really.
Yeah. Christopher Lloyd was scared to play Uncle Fester.
Why?
Scared? Why?
I don't know. After a few tries, Lloyd said he was called into a meeting where he swore he would be recast, but it turned out to be a meeting about makeup, the actor said. They thought the prosthetics were limiting my facial expression, so we chucked the prosthetics, and I was very very, very relieved. They're going to do prosthetics on his face. What were they going to do?
Jeez, what? Yeah, what? That seems like a little overkill, I think.
They probably did for grandma, all that kind of decrepitness going around. Maybe they were going to do something like that, like kind of more over his face. But they made the right call, letting him
I think so, yeah.
That's one thing. His face was never relaxed.
No.
Ever.
Eric, you ever wonder what you look like stressed? That's you stressed at all times. Anytime like Tyler's asking you things at Bruce Fest trip, like, hey Eric, that was your face right there.
Your face.
That was your face. Just so you know. So if you ever need an idea of what you look like when you're panicking,
now I know. I look like Fester.
Like you develop the dark circles even just in that moment, and then they disappear.
Transform into
that was still some of the wildest reactions I've ever had to deal with. Hey Eric, what? What's it?
But basically, he just didn't think he was doing the character justice. That's basically what it boiled down to.
That makes sense. That would be a Christopher Lloyd worry.
He must
seemed like a really humble guy.
Yeah, he seemed like he said he loved that character. Like he actually just really enjoyed the character of Fester.
Mm-hmm.
Good character.
You must see him in Nobody.
No,
it's actually a really good movie. It's got him and Saul Goodman.
Oh, okay.
Bob Odenkirk.
Jerry, you got anything else? Because I'm out.
Yeah. He Christopher Lloyd, because he was so tall and lanky, they had to give him kind of like a lot of bulk, but he also was so tall and he had to be a little shorter, so he would crouch in all the scenes, and it gave him like a kind of his signature kind of waddle thing. So it just made him real awkward. And
how tall is Christopher Lloyd?
That's great. Nice.
Christopher Lloyd, how tall are you? He's 84 years old, 6'1", so he's about as tall as I am, a little taller.
Yeah.
So he is a tall guy. And how tall? Who did we see him beside a lot that we can kind of think about?
Gomez. Yeah, put him next to
Gomez. Yeah.
Raul Julia.
Yeah.
Raul Julia, actor, Puerto Rican actor.
Is it Julia or Julia?
Julia, maybe. He's 6'2", so that kind of
Julia is how I've always heard it pronounced.
Yeah, either way, he's 6'2", so that kind of helped being next to him most of the time. So just crouching a little bit to him, he's almost equal height to.
He's got that long trench coat that he wears as well, that you can't see anything other than the tops of his shoes. So that's very easily hideable.
In the fat suit. He had a fat suit on.
Yeah. Did he really?
Padding.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But he definitely does seem shorter than he actually is, though.
Mm-hmm. Like, he looked, like in the 5 foot range.
I mean, they didn't do like Lord of the Rings type shit to make him smaller, but All right. Anything else? Anybody else got anything they want to say off the cuff right now?
No, I don't think so.
Their last name in their initial conception in those little one-panel comics, they didn't have a last name. They became the Addams Family because the author's last name was Addams.
Oh, okay.
So they all had their first names, but they didn't have their surname yet. So once they started translating it onto the screen for like the TV shows and movies, they got the last name of the Addams.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I read that the idea, at the end they were going to leave it ambiguous as to whether or not Christopher Lloyd's character was really or wasn't Fester.
Oh.
And the entire cast was kind of upset at this, and they nominated Christina Ricci to go talk to the two writers 2 weeks before filming started to get them to change.
Oh my gosh.
Send in the kid.
Yeah.
The cutest.
Yeah.
The only cast member who didn't care either way was in fact Christopher Lloyd.
That makes sense. Yeah, I could see that. Man, I mean,
But how's that for family though? The rest of the family no, this needs to be Fester.
Yeah, this has to be our Fester.
Which you know what that means? All the actors understood the fucking assignment.
Yep. Yeah, I would have hated for it not to have been resolved at the end that he actually was Fester. Like, even though they were like, oh, we'll just make it part of the family at the end. I think it really makes the movie, even though it's like super convenient, at the end where it's like,
oh yeah.
Oh, it turns out, I didn't care. I was like, I just wanted him to be actually Fester at the end. Like, it just needed to happen.
Yeah.
It did. Yeah. This needed the total happy ending.
Yeah. It was important.
All right. So here's what we'll do, guys. I got the Wikipedia plot point. We'll kind of go through a sentence at a time, and whatever triggers your mind in the sections, we'll kind of talk about it.
Okay.
So we start out, Gomez Addams laments the 25-year absence of his brother Fester, who disappeared after the two had a falling out. Gomez's lawyer, Tully Alford, owes money to a loan shark / con artist, Abigail Craven, and notices that her adopted son, Gordon, closely resembles Fester. Let's talk about this lawyer real quick first, though. How he comes into this house And like you said, Ben, like he's done this so many times.
That is my absolute favorite part of the entire movie is our introduction to Gomez Addams. That sword fight with him and Tully is fucking phenomenal.
And
Even like a dirty pool, old boy. I like. You're like, yes, this guy is a fucking stallion.
Yep.
Even when he's walking in, he gets bitten by that like bear rug. He's like, just get off.
Don't walk on the bear rug, man.
Yeah.
Like that thing's precious.
It's just like it's all another day to him.
It might never be.
What I love in the introduction for Gomez Addams, because you have to talk about the sword fight, but you also talk about how he greets his wife first thing in the morning. And I mean, he's just like, I'd die for her. I'd kill for her. Either way, what bliss. I'm like, that is a gentleman.
It's excessive and not real.
Shut up.
Yeah, listen.
You would get tired of that shit every day.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. I'd love it.
The 12 women that listen to us, no guy's going to be Gomez. Okay?
No, not a one.
Not a single one.
If you find one, he's playing some kind of game or something. I don't know what he's doing, but look out.
Yeah.
Guard your assets. Don't put them in his name. I don't care if he calls you a goddess every day. Don't sign over your assets. That you're talking to a cult leader or something. Like
we would know.
We as your local cult experts, I won't claim that. That's not real.
It's fine.
It's not real.
I dare you to prove to me that it's not.
Yeah,
that's fair. So, Tully proposes that Gordon pose as Fester to infiltrate the Addams household and find the hidden vault where they keep their vast riches.
They're doubloons.
The doubloons, is that what they called it?
I don't know what it's
called. Where did all this
called.
money come from?
The Addams family fortune, of course.
Yeah, I really don't know if they actually cover it.
They don't really. I don't think they ever explicitly say like, "Here's how we got it." But I think it's just they're an old family of just just very eccentric people. I don't know.
Family, robber barons. What's going on?
Robber barons, counts. I'm sure dukes, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because their family is like vast, like very big and wide. When the whole Addams family comes together, there's a lot of them.
Right, that's true. There are, yeah.
And
we get some history in that graveyard scene later on. I don't think there's any clues in there I don't know.
Not really. They all just kind of.
There's pirates. I think Addams mentioned something like they're like a family of pirates and robbers and thieves and all that. Like they're like they're like all criminals basically. Like that's where the family is kind of rooted in.
Ursa, so you can find that.
Do you want to hear how the Addams family got their wealth? From old investments. Some of these include salt mines, tombstone factories, and a buzzard farm.
Sorry, Ursa. I sent you on a mission that Bailey already did. Yeah. Thanks for stealing Ursa's thunder, Bailey.
Listen, I'm sorry.
Buzzards. They invested in buzzards.
And they have stock in insurance companies.
Yeah.
Everybody is also theirs.
There it is.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I was expecting like railroad money or some shit like that.
It's worse, insurance.
And a tombstone factory.
Yeah.
So Tully and his wife Margaret attend a seance at the Addams home led by Grandmama, in which the family tries to contact Fester's spirit. Gordon arrives posing as Fester, while Abigail poses as German psychiatrist named Dr. Greta Pinderschloss, and tells the family that Fester had been lost in the Bermuda Triangle for the past 25 years until she found him in some tuna nets.
I have to interrupt you because I was already Googling that when you mentioned it, and I found that Forbes estimates Gomez Addams' net worth to be $2 billion.
Why is Forbes on there?
Why is that a thing for Forbes to do?
Well, yeah, why is Forbes doing this?
What a fun thing for them to do, though, I guess,
Makes me wonder who else they probably done like Scrooge McDuck then, for that matter.
I think they do have like the net worth of like Smaug from The Hobbit and stuff like that.
So see if you can find Forbes' rating for Scrooge McDuck there or something.
Those Forbes assignments were probably keeping some like really dry like reporter guy from offing himself when he's just like, I can't do one more.
They're like, okay, buddy, do the Addams family.
Yeah, and he's like, thank God.
I don't remember much from the seance they did. I just remember
he's the second richest at $33.5 billion.
Jesus.
There's a fucking list.
I knew it. Yep. Yeah.
Who's the richest? It's Batman. Batman or Tony Stark?
No. Carlisle Cullen.
Oh my God! From Twilight. What the?
Jesus Christ.
He
I'm glad
was-
you guys knew who that was because I had
Well, I
no
guess
idea.
he was. I guess he was just hoarding it. I guess.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, if you're
That-
an immortal vampire, I mean, you better be somewhere on the fucking list, right?
right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Listen,
How the
I
hell?
read those books. There ain't no way that Mr. fucking Collins, Dr.
Hey,
Collins had
hey,
that.
you could be upset all you want, buddy. It's our Forbes wouldn't lie to us.
Did you see his
They're the
house?
worst.
Did you see his house? It was made out of all windows. So the original architecture on the house, side quest, was actually based off of Falling Water, I think located in Virginia. But anyway, so basically in the house, there was this table that was originally made in Tibet. And like the owner of the home refused to move it and actually had the table specifically wrapped so that none of the crew or cast could touch the table that was inside the Cullen house. So that table is not on film anywhere because no one was allowed to touch it. And like you would get in like big trouble. Like it was like on, like they could lose the house if they touched this table.
Well, luckily we didn't have anything like that in the Addams
No.
Family house.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing like that.
Sorry, on that note.
What was go ahead.
To a Twilight podcast led by
I don't give a fuck how many.
I will not be a part of that
I'll
one.
do it with you, Bailey. It's fine. We'll do Twilight.
Yay! Michael's awesome.
But I am going to just rip on that CGI baby they did. That was awful.
That baby. Oh, poor
Scary.
baby.
What was his they said it was Gomez's money, right, Ursa? Like it is his money, not like it didn't come from Morticia.
Well, I mean, that's what Forbes says, apparently.
So he's the breadwinner. You hear that,
Well,
ladies?
yeah, it's the Addams family. It would be his last
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. Morticia is not an
Jane,
Adam.
his sister.
That's true.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do.
Well, he might have brought her into
You
the
never know.
Addams.
They're
Well,
a
no,
weird bunch.
yeah, weird bunch. So Gomez, overjoyed to have Fester back, takes him to the family vault. Really took him to the vault in no time, if I might say. Like the mission this dude Gordon's there for. It's like, where's this vault? Like, let's go to the vault. Like before he could even ask. I'm just like, Jesus.
Did he even see his old bedroom before seeing the vault?
Question mark. I think he took him from his bedroom. Yeah, I think he
Okay.
came and got him from the bedroom and took him to the vault.
I was getting ready to say you should at least see where you're sleeping before. I mean, that's just manners.
Yeah, but showing him where the vault is was like, who gives a shit? You still have to get to it after you've been shown.
Right. We seen the struggle with that later. Good Lord.
And I just
so-
kind of like that as a story mechanic of like, you see the prize, it's right there. Now come away, and then you fucking have to find it all over again. That's a cool way of like doing that. Give it visually what the goal is, and then because honestly, for the rest of the movie, it was kind of hard to think about like why Fester was there all the time. You were so wrapped up in everything else going on. It's like, oh yeah, the mom keeps coming in, and it's like, oh yeah, the money.
That's probably how Fester felt.
Yeah,
Like he was getting absorbed in this family stuff, and then every once in a while, his mother would come in and remind him of this thing that he's like, I don't give a shit about this.
yeah.
Did anyone else notice that the book that Gomez pulls to get down to the vet or down to the vault is called Greed? It's a greed
Yeah.
book that's called Greed.
Yes, I'm glad you remembered that. I remember.
Oh, we didn't even talk about those books. The fucking lawyer going through those. Just
Gone with the wind. Just
yeah, just everything he opened, he was just getting shit for it, really. What were some of the books he opened? I can't remember all of them.
Gone with the Wind, and that was
Gone with the
where-
Wind was the big one. That's what I remember. Yeah.
I think Gilligan's Island was the beach one. I don't
I don't think Gilligan's Island was a book. It's a TV show.
I didn't know that
I'm
was a book.
sorry.
I don't
Is
think
that
it
a
was
book?
ever a book. I
I
don't think
don't
it was
know.
a book.
I mean, everything is based off of something anymore, right? So
I mean, they had to write a script. So.
Yeah,
So
he takes them to the family vault to view home movies from their childhood. Gordon learns the reason for the brothers' falling out. Gomez was jealous of Fester's success with women and wooed the conjoined twins, Flora and Fauna, Amor, away from him out of envy. So it's like,
Gomez being jealous of fuck.
well, yeah, Gomez being jealous of Fester being good with the ladies. Like,
So funny.
and it was conjoined twins. Like, nothing against conjoined
Hey,
twins.
they're a rarity.
two for the price of one.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I don't.
It's a white whale right there.
So I have to argue with twice as much. That's all.
That is asking for a complicated relationship.
But you
probably.
might get twice as much in other things.
Well, usually what happens is that one will date one person, and then the other one will date another person in real life, and I can't imagine what that would be like.
Logistically, I can't
Yeah.
figure it out to where I'm
Yeah.
going to be okay with it. That's just me. I'm just a guy. Sorry.
I don't know. I start thinking about that and I'm like, this is too much for me. I can't do it. No, Danko. I love Morticia's response to them though. Morticia goes, this is later in the film, but Morticia is like, how could I compete? You're twice the woman I am. And I'm like, Morticia, you a bad bitch for so many reasons. Like, you supporting other women, calling them beautiful, even when they're hitting on your husband. Like, you're a better woman than I am because I'd snatch that two-headed bitch.
Too bad they came from the insane asylum.
Yeah. That was great when they're like, oh, our ride's here. And they show up with straitjackets. Oh, it's so funny. I goddamn love the gags in this fucking movie.
Maybe that's why she's nice to him. She knows. She's like, well, I know the history of these
she's
two.
nice to him because she's classy. She doesn't have to be mean to him.
No, she won.
Yeah.
She's not threatened. She's not threatened.
She has Gomez, but the sisters seem to like Fester more anyway. So
that's true.
Yep.
Well, when Gomez talks about
oh, hi, Jipper. Jipper butt. Jipper butt.
Oh, yeah, you guys do have a good view of a jipper butt, don't you? Look at that. Her tail's up and everything, guys.
Thank you.
He's like, sorry, Dad. I'm sorry.
Sat down and looked back at him. Just, oh.
I'm just trying to protect the house. Don't mind me.
You know, that's all. Just trying to keep everybody safe.
That's my one fucking job.
What were you saying, Ben?
When Gomez is talking about flora and fauna, he does make it clear that they actually preferred Fester to start with, and then he actively pursued them and turned them away from him. So it makes sense that when we see them again, they do seem to be more naturally inclined towards Fester. That was what Gomez was confessing to.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder what Gomez really did to kind of turn him away from him. Like, was he just spreading some kind of weird lies, or did he really just up the charm on them?
He upped the charm.
Oh my God. Holy shit. That's like formative for Gomez. It's why he has such charm now.
Listen.
It pushed him to...
He learned to please twice the woman.
Wow. And then narrowed that down to one woman.
But it's still the same energy.
Yeah, same energy.
A little bit of charm can go a long way. You don't even have to do that much. Like, you just give us a flower, or if you could pick up a freaking daisy out of the front yard and give it to us, and we're gonna be like, oh my God, it's the most beautiful flower ever.
At best, you get a dandelion from me, okay?
I mean, that's fine, but like, that's the.
And I'm just doing the baby head pop off thing, the whole thing.
We don't care. Just the fact that you're thinking of us is wonderful.
Oh, sure.
But I don't know.
So if Bailey wants to do a dating podcast, how many?
How many want to hear that? It's super easy. Apparently, it's as easy to get a woman as to get dating in first grade. It's the same thing. You're right about it.
Run up, pull her hair, give her a daisy. Perfect. Run away.
It never got harder, guys. It's all our fault.
You've overcomplicated
Y'all are overthinking it, man. Y'all are either overthinking it or going after women that ask for too much. And listen, people can't ask for too much.
So Gomez starts to suspect that Fester is an imposter when he is unable to recall important details from their past.
Oh my God. The scene of Gomez driving the trains after the that is
that is my favorite scene from the movie. I love that scene.
It's so intense. And in that scene, we get to see a man inside of the train.
Oh yeah, it never it's just never addressed.
So much to unpack that we're just like, nope.
I think that was the director. I think that was a director cameo for some fucking reason.
Just like, why did there have to be people inside the trains?
I know. Just looking at this giant, not even ignoring a giant Gomez face.
I love it. I love that the family's upstairs and they're calling out what part of the train track.
Yeah, as it's going around, Dead Man's Curve.
Which brings the question to me is like, how obviously he's doing it a lot for them to be able to call it out, but what's causing him to do it that often? Is it because he just does every time over Fester for the past 25 years?
Well,
or does he get upset that often for some reason?
I don't think it's either. I think the family just pays attention to each other enough to just
know, okay, this is how they kind of process this or that. Like, oh no, he's going through Dead Man's Curve. He never does that. He must be
He probably has like 100 different train tracks that all have different.
Yeah.
And the Addams family would just know that kind of stuff.
Because they pointed out even the type of train he was using too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they could tell. Yeah, I imagine tell by the engine sound and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just think that's just another example of them paying close attention to one another.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think we mentioned it, but that's like a point you brought up when we were watching it, Ben, is like this is basically just like the nuclear family, just kind of morbid.
That's basically what they. Yeah, that's
they support each other no matter what. They love each other unconditionally. They do point out when each other are wrong, but they don't do it harshly or out of malice.
Yeah.
When one of them is down, like Gomez is very clearly tied to his emotions. You know, when he's feeling good, he's up and he's bouncing around. But when he's depressed, he falls into an almost catatonic, like death state. And they don't shame him for that. They try to support him as best they can. Like the Addams Family, like that's good stuff.
Yeah. No, you're right. And they always know what the other one is doing.
Yeah.
Like they're like, hey, what's so-and-so up to? And they have an answer. They're like, oh, they're upstairs doing blah, blah, blah. They're super aware. You're right. Except with Fester, who's sneaking around on them. But all the...
Oh, well, they find Fester. He goes through the little tube in Pugsley's room. And then Morticia lays on the...
she does. She does just show up there.
Mhm.
Like she sees him through the pipe, right?
Yeah. Which, I mean, is super cool, by the way. Could you imagine having like a little like fish tube in your bedroom that's like an aquarium?
To where you can flush your kids.
I mean,
wondered what the purpose of those tubes were.
Plumbing.
Sending the kids to their room.
And speaking about like what all the family's doing at any time, and we haven't talked enough about Wednesday trying to kill Pugsley this entire time.
Oh, that's like the running gag. Yeah.
We only talk about it as much as the movie does.
That's fair. Here we are mentioning it. We're basically at the part where Morticia hands Wednesday a better weapon to go kill him.
Morticia's such a wonderful mom.
Supportive.
Hands her a big blade. Yeah.
I just love that. I don't think so. And then there's something that is my favorite line, probably like my favorite sequence in the whole film, because it's 3 generations of women, and then like it's a mother getting advice from her mom, and then a daughter getting guidance from her mom, and it's such a beautiful circle of life.
We really don't see much interaction with Gomez and Pugsley, though, do we? Not in this one.
Not really. Not in this one. No.
He's the most neglected child. Poor thing.
I think that's just a consequence of the storyline being what it was. They tied him very much to Fester and to Morticia and what was going on there.
He was just put in there for Wednesday to try to kill him. That's all he's here for.
Kind of just Wednesday's beating bag. That's not what I meant to say.
Punching bag.
Whatever. There it is.
That shouldn't have been as funny as it was, but I found that hysterical.
So Gordon attempts to return to the vault, but is unable to get past the booby trap. Gomez's wife Morticia reminds Fester of the importance of family among the Addamses and their vengeance against those who cross them.
Yeah.
Fearing that the family is getting wise to their con, Abigail, under the guise of Dr. Pinderschloss, convinces Gomez that his suspicions are due to displacement.
Does anyone remember the Addams Family credo?
No. I don't.
We gladly feast on those who would subdue us.
There may have been intros in there. We should look this up.
Maybe.
I also want to know if the Latin actually translates for real into that.
Oh, probably.
I'm trying to remember like some of the stories of the Addamses that died, because like one was like killed by a mob, right?
Yep. One was, I think he was like quartered, right?
Yeah, one was torn. All of his limbs were torn.
Yes, he was.
One of them was a witch, right? Or is that this next one we hear about that one?
She was burned at the stake. Yeah.
It is. We gladly feast on those who would subdue us, like you said. Yeah.
Yo, listen,
Nice.
I remember threats. And then
What elaborate gravestones too, just to show like how they died.
Yeah.
they were a tombstone factory. Only the best for the
They
inner
were.
circle.
God damn it.
And the Latin is really that's the actual like goddamn translation. They did a real
Wow.
They did.
That's
They weren't
awesome.
lazy on it. Yeah, they
That's
really did it.
awesome. Yeah, the mother and father Adam, I think, is my favorite story, because she's like, I wish the children could have known that better, but tell that to an angry mob. I'm like, oh,
Yeesh.
ma'am.
What were they doing? What was like?
That's
what were
my
they doing?
questions. Like, we need a prequel.
No, don't.
I know. Don't you say that?
Why'd you say that out loud?
Don't put it out.
Why'd you do that?
There it goes. Then we'll have a prequel, but then we'll also have a Fester movie and a Pugsley series and a.
Edit this part out.
Jerry, Ben's not close enough. You're closer. Throw something at Bailey, would you? Just whatever you can find.
The air.
You know better than to say that out loud, Bailey.
Listen,
Disney's listening.
We treat those kind of words like they did in the Village with those of who we do not speak. Okay. okay.
Yep.
M. Night Shyamalan's best movie, right, Eric?
Jesus Christ.
Better than some. Like
Did you guys watch Knock
worse
at the
than
Cabin?
others?
What?
I did. I watched it. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
You mean M. Night? Was it M. Night
I didn't
Shyamalan?
hate it. Didn't love it. I haven't really liked anything his. Sign's the only movie I like of his. I don't. It's the only movie I like. And it's probably because it has aliens.
Sixth Sense was him, right?
yeah.
Yeah. He
Sixth Sense was good. The Sixth Sense had a twist at the end. I really didn't see
It was
coming.
good until it started being what
That's
he tried to do.
Shyamalan's style right there.
It has a twist in it.
Can't believe it. It was a Shyamalan movie and it had a twist.
What the twist?
Oh, Ben's coming back, guys.
Oh, hi,
I
Ben.
feel like that's really his only good movie. Signs was okay.
Split was good.
We're talking about how great Shyamalan is as a person.
I don't know.
This will be a short conversation if that's the case. This will be a brief conversation. We're talking about how good.
Listen, Avatar and Lady in the Water. Fuck that. Fuck.
The Village. The Village was terrible.
bad. We did. Yeah.
That's what we were just talking about. And that's fine.
Was that what it was called? Lady in the Water,
With the
where
narf.
they had the motel or whatever that had the pool.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
that was terrible. I was like, it was like a made for TV movie.
Oh,
Yeah, that quality. Yeah, that level of like
With the bush wolf.
Yeah,
what?
little grass thing. It was like this plant wolf thing. He could like flatten out to look like part of the grass and
So-
then rise up
It's
out.
really weird.
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie to you. When I
That's so
heard
dumb.
Bush Wolf, I went, "Oh, that's a terrible stripper name." That was my first fucking thought.
I agree.
That would be a terrible stripper name. I don't know of anybody who's like, yay, look at that bush.
Yeah,
Hey. Yeah.
Hey.
bush wolf.
I mean, I'm
I
sure
ain't gonna
there's
lie,
some,
I don't pay
some
attention
Stick
to
guys-
around,
any
ladies and
stripper's
gentlemen.
name.
Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Bush Wolf coming on.
You dance to Welcome to the Jungle.
So Gordon grows closer to the Addams family, particularly the children Wednesday and Pugsley, who he helps to prepare a swordplay sequence for their school play.
Oh, which was so good.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like he was watching him do it. He's just like, that's all wrong, guys.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is he's actually feeling really bad because they just had that scene where I think he was chewed out by his mom, wasn't he? About being
Yeah.
too close to the
Yeah, about getting too close to the family. Because he tells her he has to go because they're doing something like he's going to the kids' play. He can't.
Yeah, and
He can't
he's
do
really
something.
depressed, and he comes out of it by helping the kids.
Yep, you're right. And to me, it was like one of those things where it's like he is part of the family.
Yes.
That he just doesn't realize it because these things keep happening where
That's
he's
where you see the
definitely
glimmer of
Yeah.
him just being like, I am an Addams.
He is
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
Well, not just that, you see him like where he brings in arsenic, and she's like, and Morticia goes, "Fester," like we would run out. Like he has all this stuff with him that they just consider to be normal.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you fit in with them whether you know it or not.
Right.
Or
right.
when Wednesday's trying to kill, or no, it was Pugsley trying to kill Wednesday, and it was arsenic, cyanide, arsenic, cyanide, arsenic,
Yeah.
cyanide, cyanide. Like,
He's on the phone and he taps on that one. Yeah, like there's tons of little hints in there where it's just like, dude, how do you not get this?
Yep.
Yeah, it would have been so weird if like they would have ended this movie of him not being part of the family. It'd have been like,
yeah, oh man.
Would have made the
I'm
sequel
sorry.
awful strange.
it would have, yeah.
Like I could see leaving it ambiguous, I guess, but like if you were just to straight up say no, he wasn't, that would be that.
Well, I think they were kind of trying to lay it on anyway that he was actually Fester because he's adopted to the woman, and they basically just sum up where she actually found him to adopt him. Like he was just,
where the fuck was that?
I can't
never
remember.
The Bermuda Triangle,
That's
right? Or that's what they say anyway.
But where did she find him?
She
How
said he came to shore in Miami Beach or something from Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, and then
or something.
he was turned over to her for casework.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Okay.
But it is actually Gordon is her adopted son. It's not her real son.
Right.
Right, even
So-
in their continuity.
Yeah,
Right.
even in their real life. Yeah, so Abigail had insisted that Gordon not attend the play, but after feeling deeply saddened by this, he attends anyway. Which
And
because
play
he was supposed to stay behind to go to the vault with her. Was
Yeah.
the
Right.
idea.
oh,
Yep.
mhm,
Which is
And
how
then-
she got caught in the vines, left to her own devices.
mhm.
But their show was so good.
It's just so much blood. Oh my God, there's so much blood. Just as they're bowing and everything, it's still just bleeding out.
It's like a fucking Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. They do like
It might as well have been Kill Bill. You're right. Just so much blood.
basically, yeah.
Uma Thurman, nice.
What was this movie rated? How'd they not get it? I mean, I guess it's fake blood. It's implied that's fake
yeah.
blood, but
So-
I wonder. Yeah, cartoony. I imagine is how they got
It was the
by with
90s.
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
there he is.
It probably was also the only time that there was blood in this movie.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there was any. So they saved up their blood card for the one gag.
Which I mean was well spent. What I love about that scene in particular is that so they have a neighbor that is a judge, and the judge must have children that go to the same school because he is sitting right up front and center next to what I presume is his wife, who is all decked out in her nice white crisp lace dress with pearls and everything. And like by the end of that scene, it's just red. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Everybody in the front row just gets splattered.
I wonder who cleaned up afterwards.
Stagehands.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
Poor
even-
stagehands, yeah.
Was it out of school? Probably
Some janitor, yeah.
Oh,
Some poor janitor.
Don't get paid enough for that.
poor guy.
The snotty girl.
The snobby girl. I'm fine with that.
Oh, snobby girl. So after the play, Dr. Pender Schloss insists that Fester must once again leave. So the Addamses throw a large party with their extended family and friends, during which Abigail plans to break into the vault. So Wednesday overhears Abigail and Gordon discussing the plan and escapes them by hiding in the family cemetery. Tully learns that as the elder brother, Fester is the executor of the Addams estate and therefore technically owns the entire property. Which, why would he? I don't know. I guess he is the older brother, isn't he?
He's the older brother, yeah.
Yeah, he's the oldest, yeah.
I mean, it would kind of depend on the way that the will's written out from their father. If it's the oldest child, typically legally it is the oldest child.
Well, with help from the Addams' neighbor, Judge George Womack, whom Gomez has repeatedly, kept hitting the fucking golf balls into his house. Just like,
yeah.
That's when I've got more.
With the thing holding the ball as the tee. That was so good. It was a good gag. Goddamn good gags in this movie.
Tully procures a restraining order against the family, banning them from the estate. Gomez attempts to fight the order in court, but Judge Womack rules against him out of spite.
Yep.
Which, first of all, that would never
Fucking
really
Womack.
happen.
Oh, yes, it would.
Absolutely.
You have to have someone who has an unbiased opinion.
That's in a jury situation.
No, even with a judge, I feel you would have to have a judge.
I mean, you would want that, yes.
Removed.
You would absolutely want that, 100%.
They are supposed to.
If the judge would recuse himself, but I mean,
recuse is the word.
We understand that's how it should work, Bailey.
But couldn't you still come back and contest it for unfair bias?
Like mistrial.
It's not a trial.
Right,
They're just a.
you could appeal.
This is just executing a will. Nah, get fucked. You're gonna deal with the judge you get.
Yeah, I feel like,
no way.
Oh, there's definitely a way. The court systems are back. You can't. It's not like you can request a judge. You're gonna like.
Bitch, watch me.
It's not gonna work.
I don't care.
How's your parking ticket going, Bailey?
We're not talking about that.
Now, what the judge probably can't do is dump out all the golf balls in court.
Yeah, that you couldn't do.
Yeah.
I feel like too. Once we have a once we focus on the fact there's a disembodied hand running around, I think kind of all logic, as far as like even the court system, it goes out the window.
Yeah,
a disembodied hand that can hear somehow.
Yeah. I think we've
Maybe
thrown
reads
all
lips.
the logic out.
Yeah, and reads lips maybe, I guess, with its eyes. Or so.
You can probably feel the vibrations in the floor.
It's your graboid hand.
Goodness.
Ass blasters.
I was denied vital need to know.
While Abigail, Gordon, and Tully try repeatedly and unsuccessfully to get past the booby trap blocking access to the vault, how big? They're like built into that mountain, right? We didn't talk about that because even after getting down,
it's like catacombs, yeah.
Because
like they have that one scene where they're first go down there where they have to go in the boat through those like.
I have a full ass break.
that whole city is built on top of their land.
Their big underground expanse. Huh?
Yeah, it would have to be.
Man, I forgot.
Now I feel like that would be a zoning issue.
It would.
I feel
stop
It
it.
absolutely would, and it would also bring up questions with the commissioners because you have
I feel like the commissioner would have to step in at that point and justify.
But if it's underneath a certain level, I bet you could get it for private property.
I bet. Well, I'm betting
Has Forbes covered this at all?
I'm betting that's how they made all their money is they sold all of that land on top to the city.
Oh, yeah.
The underground part.
Well, what about us? I imagine it'd be a safety hazard, though.
Okay,
what's the
Catacombs
number?
being built under
How do you have
Ty,
to
we're
be
putting
for
subway
your-
tunnels in Los Angeles. We're blasting holes.
True,
We don't give a shit
true.
about safety zones. What are you talking
True,
about?
yeah.
What's the number you're
Yeah.
supposed to dial before you dig? You just call the Addams family there. That's all. Before
There
you
you go.
dig, let's find out where you're digging to.
I feel like they would just tell you yes, regardless.
I feel like they would.
in hopes that you hit
They
something.
told
Yeah.
me yes that we shouldn't.
So the Addamses are forced to move into a motel and find jobs. What was the jobs? I love Hand. He got like a mail carrier at some
carrier.
office.
Yeah.
He was busting his thumb.
He
Let
was.
me tell you.
Morticia was reading children's stories to kids at the
Oh
library.
yeah, preschool teacher. Oh, I got it right here. What the fuck? Yeah, Morticia tries to be a preschool teacher. Wednesday and Pugsley sell toxic lemonade, and
Oh yeah.
and Thing, the family's animated disembodied hand, becomes a carrier.
A good one.
Oh, very
Yeah.
And yeah, he was really good. Honestly, they're probably sad to see him go.
Oh yeah.
I loved with the toxic lemonade, the Girl Scout coming up going, well, I'll buy some lemonade if you buy some of my Girl Scout cookies. But is your lemonade made with real lemons? And then fucking Wednesday, bad bitch in training, goes, are your Girl Scouts made with real Girl Scouts? Like, these are fair questions.
And Gomez, he's just sinking into depression.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so sad.
Mm.
He's so sad.
Big sad.
Yep.
Morticia returns to the Addams home to confront Gordon and is captured by Abigail and Tully, who torture her in an attempt. Yeah, torture is that's a word.
That's an interesting word.
They were torturing her on devices that were already in the house, ma'am. Like,
And not dusty. Not dusty. Not there for decoration. Let me
You've
show
done
you.
this
Let me
before.
tell you.
Yeah.
you've done this before.
Oh, you've done this before. Yeah.
She's just like, here's the thing. They have a torture wheel, and her and Gomez were very comfortable with her being in that torture wheel. And then she looks at him and she goes, later. And I'm like, what? I'm sorry. What?
No surprise. No surprise
Yeah.
there.
They're into some wild stuff.
Yep. So they're torturing her to try to figure out how to access the vault. Thing observes this and informs Gomez using Morse code. Oh yeah, just that him trying to communicate with Gomez was just like it might as well have been Lassie. He just finally.
That was the bit. That was the
I
bit.
get it.
Forgot about that.
He just finally just gets a pen. He's like, God damn it, just Morse code.
Yep.
Oh.
No, I love
so
that gag where
good.
he's like, slow down, I can't stand it when you stutter.
Oh, just tries Morse code, and then oh my god, he just had every. Oh,
And then Hand just
Oh.
collapses.
Because he was like making a mess all over that table, wasn't he? Just like
Yeah, he was
destroying
like-
everything.
Yeah, he got the cereal bowl, and then took the spoon and started doing that. Because at first I got confused because I thought he was going to try to write it out with the milk. And I'm like, that's not going to work. Like, what? And then Morse code came up and I went, makes sense.
So then he rushes to go try to rescue Morticia. Abigail threatens Morticia's life if Gomez does not surrender the family fortune. Fed up with his mother's behavior and constant berating, Gordon turns against her. Using a magical book which projects its contents into reality, he unleashes a hurricane into the house. I like how he's like just using it like as a gun at first, or he just went
Teasing her.
yeah. Yep.
because he like knocked the gun out of her hand first. She's like and just like
What was it?
Do it. That was. So
What was it that Tully said? You don't know what you're messing with. That's not just literature.
Yeah. No, that ain't just little jaw.
Literature.
and after he fully releases the hurricane into the house, he gets a lightning strike to his head. Which,
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
and
launches-
that's what wakes him up.
yeah, and launches Tully and Abigail out of the window and into open graves dug for them by Wednesday and Pugsley. Like they
Are
just
they
knew
dead?
it doesn't
They're
matter.
gonna be. They're gonna be. Yeah.
They are after a certain point.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's actually what he said. Like, are they dead? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So the movie ends with a coda. What's a coda?
Coda. Never heard of a coda.
Weird.
You can
Look
have
it up later.
Song.
Taking place 7 months later at Halloween. The family states that Gordon
Oh,
was
it's not even-
Oh. Okay.
the family states that Gordon was really Fester all along, and that the previously made up story about Fester being found in the tuna nets after being lost in the Bermuda Triangle is true.
Huh.
They further state that Fester had suffered from amnesia the whole time and only recovered his memories after being struck by lightning. With the family whole again as they play Wake the Dead, Morticia informs Gomez that she is pregnant.
With Pubert.
With that nighty or that little onesie thing.
Oh, yeah, with like the
three legs.
Onesie.
What was it? 3 legs or
Or
she knows that baby's going to be hung.
it did end up being a boy. Like
It did. It was a boy.
It's an Addams.
It's an Addams.
Addams.
We'll get to that some other time.
So I have a question about Fester. So could he do the light bulb thing only after he was struck by lightning?
Maybe.
That's a good
Maybe.
point. Yeah, because
Yeah.
he didn't do it in this movie.
No.
That's a good point.
And that's like his like main bit. Like that's like the
Yeah.
and they save that for the sequel. Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at you, Bailey. Look at you.
I sometimes have
Good.
to-
Yeah. There you go.
You don't watch a
Wow,
lot of
that-
movies, but the ones you watch, you catch some things.
I do.
Yeah.
Thank you. Michael, that was so nice of you. Thank you.
You've earned yourself a Twilight marathon with me. Congratulations.
Oh, there you go.
Oh God,
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
That's a
We'll have it there at the Frost House
That's fine.
Oh.
I'll make snacks.
great.
because it will only be us there watching it. No one else will be tortured. It's fine.
Anna's gonna do it. Anna will be here. I'll make Anna go for it.
I don't think Anna likes Twilight.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
fine.
say. Mike's suddenly rethinking this.
But that's the end. That's the end of the Addams Family. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, there we go. That was awesome. Let's go. Let's talk about. Let's give our ratings on the Addams Family. Let's go ahead and let's creep on over to our next segment.
Creep.
Dun, dun.
I'll buy a cup if you buy a box of my delicious Girl Scout cookies. Do we have a deal? Are they made from real Girl Scouts?
So we've watched Addams Family. It's the final episode here as part of Cultober 3. Now we can talk about what we think of it. You know, I think we've been pretty transparent so far with our feelings for this movie. So I guess Jerry, what's your favorite part of Addams Family?
I really like the dark humor that they have going on. Like they'll just like at the beginning when Morticia and Gomez are in bed and she's just like, last night you were a howling beast monster. And she's like, will you do it again?
Yes.
They always like
Terrified.
turn this like terrible thing into like something great.
Yes.
It happens through the whole movie, and I love that section.
Yeah.
That's great.
What about you, Ben? What's your favorite thing?
It's gonna have to be all of Gomez.
Just all Gomez.
Yeah,
Just
Gomez Addams. What can I say? His performance is great. Energy's great. Like, I love him.
Oh, he's fantastic. Like, yeah, he really does steal the show in this thing, and he like is Gomez basically. I mean, that's why I always think.
Just chewing scenery like he's a fucking termite. Just there's not an ounce of that set that he's like in that he doesn't at least touch at some point.
Oh, yeah.
He's all over the place.
He has it down so well. Like it's insane. Like how well he has that character.
well, he's like
unlocked.
he's also like a stage actor in real life, I think.
Oh yeah, Raul Julia is
Yeah.
an
Well,
amazing
that makes
actor.
sense.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. Yes, it does.
Yeah, he's an amazing actor.
Stage actors are very big actors.
Street Fighter.
Huge.
Street Fighter. You watch Street Fighter.
Oh
you see-
man, him as
Man, he
Bison.
fucking devours that movie too. I love that movie so much. But
No kidding.
yeah, he devours that.
that movie's terrible though.
Oh, I love it.
So
Jean-Claude Van Damme with American flag tattoo on his bicep. What more can you ask for?
Moving down the line, Bailey, what was your favorite part?
Actually funny because it's the counterpart for Ben's. I love Morticia in this film. She is absolutely amazing. She is bad bitch number one. Let me tell you, because it's just like she just takes everything in stride. And then like when her family is in trouble, she's like, I am not going to lay down and take this. I am going back to my home. I am going to confront those who have taken my home, and we're gonna have a fucking conversation about it. And she went very peacefully. She was like, no, we're just gonna talk. And then she was tortured. But it's like, oh my God.
And she loved every minute of it.
She did. She had a good time. It
Yeah.
was wonderful. And then she's a loving, doting mother, and she loves her husband. She's got, very clear family values. I mean, she's absolutely amazing. And like when the chips are down, she's like, okay, I'm ready to go. Like, what do you need? We're going to get it done. So like, I love her. She's absolutely amazing.
So finish up there at the Frost House. Eric, what was your favorite part of this film?
For me, it was the like cartoonish comedy. I really like when live action, especially back in like really the 90s, 80s,
Yes.
where they were very, you could have cartoon physics happening in a live action movie. And I always really like that when it works. It can be done poorly, but like stuff like that is extremely fun for me.
You were talking about that when we were watching. You're just like, they just don't do that anymore. They just, a thing happens and they just accept it and move on. It's just a bit and they keep going.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, you're building a world. If it happens in your movie, it happens. That's your world you're creating. So let whatever you want to happen in it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I hate rules. I hate rules.
So the reason why it works is because it adheres to like all of these rules, right? Like it sets a world, but it's like, listen, everybody accepts that for some reason this family is strange.
Yeah.
Things are strange around them. And the reason why it makes sense is because even though it is weird, it makes sense to everybody else.
It has its own internal consistency to it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it doesn't break you.
Yeah.
Like there's never any point where they like have to explain why thing is a disembodied hand. It's just part of the world. It's just accepted.
The reason why that's why they don't have to explain it though is because everybody just kind of accepts it. So you're like, oh, okay, this is a thing in this world. So you don't have to explain it because it doesn't seem odd.
And it helps that like thing isn't the only thing that is odd in this world. There's a lot that we were like, wait, what?
Like Cousin It.
Cousin It. Cousin
It's the only one I want a backstory on. That's all I want.
I don't.
Oh,
we didn't even talk about that, like how the lawyer's wife just got with it.
Got with him. Listen, I'm happy for her. She did amazing. She turned lemonade into lemons. Let me tell you.
It didn't have to be Cousin It though.
She fell in love with who she falled in love with. Okay.
Love who you love.
Yeah, but like I think Cousin It in the Addams family like circle is considered to be like the most suave and the most rich out of the Addams.
Right. Yeah, which is fucking hilarious.
They did there's an Addams Family show they did in the late 90s, early 2000s that I loved. It used to be on ABC Family, and I remember watching it like every day when I got off school. It was really good. It was kind of a continuation of this series. Like Haim Saban, the guy did Power Rangers, he ends up buying the Addams Family franchise. They do the third Addams Family movie, and then the TV series is a spinoff of the Addams Family third movie. So it's kind of like same continuity. It is fantastic. It is such a good show. If you ever have a chance, check it out. It's like super cool. It's set in the same world, and it's really good. Obviously the acting is not as great as the first two movies.
Yeah,
it's still fantastic. It's great.
While you're talking, Tyler, your favorite part?
My favorite part. My favorite parts have to be like the sets. I love like the world they build for the Addams. Just this weird, gothic, kind of like creepy, spooky world they just live in. I think it's just so cool. And the contrast of any time they're not in the Addams Family household is really cool.
Yeah, you're right. That is a great, the contrast is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
We got a few good scenes of that.
Anytime they're in the same with the family themselves, anytime they're not in the Addams Family house, they're immediately noticeable. They stand out immediately because they're not like anything else. They're not blending in. They are the outliers anytime they're not in that house.
Yep.
Oh yeah. First scene that comes to mind is Morticia telling the story to the preschoolers. It's like she's got a very loving and nurturing tone to her, but when you look at it on face value, it's like, what the fuck?
Well, like even when they're driving to the play and like they're in that.
Oh yeah.
I think it's Dragula. I think that is Dragula from Munsters. I mean, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's the Dragula car from Munsters.
That would be cool.
They roll up in. I mean, I can't say for sure, but I'm pretty certain it is.
What do you got, Eursa?
The house. I love the house.
Just everything about the house.
Everything about the house. I would live in that house.
Oh, would you?
That's too big house. Too big.
No, it's not.
I feel like it's got a lot of structural problems. I feel like you have to have the money to live there.
Just to upkeep it to its bare minimum of stable. Just
set up a few tents. Side.
Eursa, just don't put your room in the top floor anywhere. Just stay.
I would rent out the rooms.
See, you don't even want it to live in. You just want to have it as a rental.
There too.
There'd be plenty of room for him to live.
It would be like a bed and breakfast. I would sell tickets for like $200 a night.
Oh, this is great. No, this is great. I'll rent a room off of you.
I like where you're going with this,
Yeah,
Ursa. We
that
should talk
sounds
later.
fun.
Like, let me help you find your property, Ursa. Hang on.
Yeah, Bailey, get on this.
Yeah.
Find an old decrepit house.
What's the budget?
Well, I mean, it would have to be the Addams Family house, or else nobody's paying $200 a night to stay there.
I mean,
Right.
you're right. That's true. They'd probably pay more than that.
So my favorite thing is just like when Gordon Fester starts his like relationship with the kids, like just that moment, just his whole relationship with the kids, like helping them how to like, here's how you kill better. He's going through the book, showing them where like the arteries and everything are. And then they get to the scabs page, like they're all just three, just like scabs, and just yeah. Fester's relationship with the kids is like just my favorite part. Was when that kicks off, he realizes they're fucking up. He's like, that's just fucking wrong. Damn it. Here's how you do this.
Yeah.
Through that lens, we start to see that Addams in him. That he
like shows Pugsley how to slit Wednesday's throat.
Aim to the major artery. Jugular.
Oh man, what a fantastic flick.
So if we go back around that same order, we could probably do our ratings, but
let's
also
drop our ratings. Yeah.
before your rating, try to be nitpicky, something you disliked about this film. Starting with you, Jerry.
All right. I got one.
Right.
The scene where Thing is trying to tell Gomez about the stuff, and he's like sitting there. You can kind of see a seam in the table where they put it together, and the hand actor is sticking up through it. That's just one thing that I saw.
All right. We said nitpicky. There it is.
What's your rating?
We're doing 5 out of 5, right? Or
yeah, if that's
out
what
of 5.
Yes, of your thing.
I'm gonna do
something on 5. Yeah.
5 hand jobs out of 5.
Oh my gosh!
It's a good one.
I mean, Thing did have a hand job. It was a hand job.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
This was a great movie.
Jerry,
Don't say that. He cuddles with Uncle Fester.
Why do you let him cuddle Laura with this?
And he
has a nice beard.
Follow up with 5 out of 5 hand jobs. Very wholesome.
Yeah.
Thing was working.
All right, Ben, you're next.
I would have liked Pugsley to have at least one moment where he was a definitive character, where something was up to him, or he said, even if it was just 3 or 4 lines of him encouraging somebody, where it was just him coming up, or maybe having a scene with him and Uncle Fester would have been nice, or Gomez, just something for Pugsley to do. That's my nitpick.
I don't think he really has much. Even the sequel does a little more the sequel, but still, he's like just a hanger on, right?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
But I think Pugsley kind of to kind of steelman Pugsley for a minute. I think Pugsley represents kind of the spirit of just enjoying being around. He doesn't complain. He's always in a good mood. He's just happy to be involved.
Yep.
So
I wonder if that kid's still getting good money off this, because he's got residuals. I wonder if
does he ever?
Might still get.
Is he alive?
I imagine. Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah, he just hasn't done anything.
I'm gonna give it. I'll give it 5 out of 5 sword fights.
No.
I have no complaints about this movie. I can watch it just about any time. It's good for kids. It's good for adults. The message behind it is phenomenal. The performances are, damn.
I like that final sword fight where, like, lawyer, do you really, Tully, is that his name? Like, do you really think you're going to win? He was just playing with you before. Like,
shit has got real now. Yeah.
And Gomez even said, he's like, dirty pool, old boy. Never again. It's like, shit. So, no, I love this movie.
Go ahead, Bailey.
I think my one nitpick is actually the lawyer. I just don't like it. I don't like the lawyer. But I mean, he's also a very spineless character as well. So it just, some of the things with the lawyer is just, he's too afraid, but he's also courageous at the same time, like with the sword fight and whatnot. And part of me wonders if it's because of routine, because he does do that with Gomez every time he comes in. But he also knows Gomez and thinks he's going to play him for a fool and discuss new business before the quarter is out. And that seems like it was absolutely cemented in their business dealings. So why all of a sudden would Gomez do this? And I think it's because the lawyer came in and decided to lie to Gomez, whereas as him and the wife are walking in the home, his wife is like, you need to plead for him for a loan. Like, you need to tell him this is a loan. Whereas the lawyer comes in and says, well, it's actually a trust fund.
Right.
or a college fund or something like that. So
It's the Fester Addams Foundation.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's some sort of fund that he'd be putting money into when really the lawyer would be getting the money. So the lawyer is a little bit of a shifty character, not only in the way that he does his actions, but he also...
a shifty lawyer.
A shifty lawyer.
God damn it, Ty. I was just getting ready to say that.
It's fine. But I mean, and I really had to dig down deep for that one. Like I had to go through in my head character by character just to find that. So I absolutely adore this movie. I could turn it on at any certain point in time and immediately want to start putting pumpkin spice everything out. And it'll be fine. But yeah, 5 out of 5 for me. Absolutely love it.
5 out of 5 what?
Oh shit. 5 out of 5 corsets.
Corsets. Nice.
Tight.
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 That's you now, Eric.
I've been racking my brain for anything to pick for something I didn't like so much. Yeah, I don't know. Here, the only nitpick I've got, I guess, is like, why did the woman choose to use a German accent for her disguise? They wouldn't.
Yeah, they don't know her for shit.
And now you have an extra element to maintain. So, but like, that's such a, in a world of such whimsy, it's not a real nitpick.
Because then you would lose the lines of her going, go tell it on the mountain.
Yeah.
And you'd kind of lose her name too, which they wanted to be Nut House.
Yeah, that's like the gag, I feel like.
So it's just like, I don't know, you made me pick something. Like I was about to just refuse because I couldn't, but
at least you picked something. That's fine.
Yeah.
I accept it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna definitely rate this 5 out of 5 things.
That's very good. That's good.
Nice.
Oh shit.
I want to call it a cop out, but it's not. It's just
That is 100% accurate and on point, man.
your turn, Ty.
Yeah, he fucked you. He loopholed you on that one.
Yeah. Gotcha. I'm gonna say one thing I didn't like, small thing, I guess, because we were being nitpicky. The statues and the headstones are pretty cheap looking. Sometimes they wobble around. They're near them.
Oh yeah.
I guess that's the only thing I can't think of. Anything. That's
I know,
it.
right?
Really. Yeah, just some of the statues aren't real statues.
They didn't weigh them down.
Yeah,
They're just not real.
Yeah, they're not grounded properly. Yeah, they're not weighted properly. I guess that's the biggest thing.
Not only is Tyler an expert on runway lights,
yeah, also statues. I guess.
Statues.
Yeah, it took me out of it. Kind of, it pissed me off every time they were near it.
Yeah.
Good thing they just put the whole movie in there.
Yeah, movies in that era were not getting away with shit like that.
Yeah, they were not. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you tell they really cheaped out the budget on this on that point. But no, like that's the only thing I guess I could say I don't like about it. But I'm gonna give this movie 5 out of 5 cars that definitely aren't Dracula from the Monsters. Looked it up. It's not Dracula car monsters, but yeah, that's why 5 out of 5. Yeah.
Terrified.
Nice. Ursa?
What I didn't like, well, it's an excellent question.
It's hard. I'm sorry.
It's hard. It's a hard one.
It is a
I'm
hard
glad
one.
you asked the question. It's a really good question. You can ask anybody. They're going to tell you that's a good question.
Yeah.
Good question.
So anyway, I don't have anything bad that I can think of.
I mean, right? Like we're all giving
It's hard. It's hard. Yeah.
digging. Like I'm with Ursa. I retract mine. I don't have one either.
Yeah, because even a thing I would say I didn't like about it is like how quickly they wrap up that Fester is part of the family. But like I don't not like that because I like that it's just kind of like
That was kind of part of the
shoehorned
bit
in.
of what they were doing.
Exactly. Like it's like, oh, I just like that. So
Yeah.
Well, even when All Tall Around the Mountain comes on and they talk about that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Well, of course it fits because it's an Addams.
Yeah, the odder it is, the less they think anything of it.
Right.
So Ursa led the rebellion against the negative thing.
So yeah, I can't really think of anything.
Right on.
But
There
I
you go.
would
Ursa
give
put
it a
his foot
5 out
down.
of 5 torture racks.
Torture racks.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a torture. Yeah.
Nice. Later.
Do that in private.
So my thing I dislike, it's not a dislike, I just wish they could have done more of, is like ways that Gomez was actually terrorizing the judge. Because just golf balls, it is kind of like the water drip on the forehead torture. It's like just golf balls every fucking day coming at my house. But I wish there would just been more ways of how he was.
Pay for those fucking windows?
But I think it would have been nice to just see like different ways that because he's doing it on purpose. purpose, right? Like he's just doing it. It'd been nice to just see more ways of how he's fucking with this neighbor judge.
Yeah.
I bet that judge got him on some zoning bullshit, and then after that, Gomez was like, "You get a golf ball every
Right? It probably is some kind of retaliation, maybe.
He treats him just like it's like he's popping over and just saying good morning. Because when the guy comes out, he's like, "Morning, Judge."
That is his good morning. He just it's just that'd be my only thing. It's just like if I could have seen more ways of how he's terrorizing the judge, but like you just said, he's not really terrorizing. It's just him saying good morning, and that's just his thing. And you know, as much money as Gomez has, he don't see that as an expense to replace windows. He's like, you'll be able to replace it. It's fine, Judge.
Right? Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Because he's probably breaking shit in his house all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just normal life.
He's having sword fights in the middle of his study. What do you think?
Hey, hello.
And I'm going to rate this 5 out of 500 gallons of blood on a stage. Jeez.
Ooh, there we go. Nice.
Man, did this get a perfect 5 out of 5?
It did.
It did.
I think this might be the first one, because I think even we had nitpicks on Trick or Treat and Beetlejuice. I'm pretty sure. I think those both had little nitpicks on them. I think they were getting like 4.5 and shit. I might have to check that, but maybe I feel like this might be the first like 5 out of 5 we've gotten on one of the finales.
Wow.
We'll have to go back and check the data.
Yeah, I have to check the data. But there we have it, guys. This is Addams Family, 1991, a true holiday classic for the whole family. It's a perfect way to end Cultober 3. And, go ahead and announce it now. If you guys liked Addams Family, as we do every year, we also we follow up Halloween with a Thanksgiving Day special. And what better way to follow up Addams Family than with 1993's Addams Family Values coming on Thanksgiving Day. Wow. And then here soon, I'm gonna try to get everyone to watch Addams Family Reunion. So it's the Captain trilogy. It's got Tim Curry in it. So
Eric likes to close out trilogies. That's why we watch Thanksgiving 3. So
that's bullshit.
Yep.
Not a word of that statement was facts.
I have never actually seen Addams Family Reunion. I don't think I've ever actually watched it. It went straight to video, straight to VHS. Ooh. It's never been released on DVD. It's never released on Blu-ray. It's not on any streaming service.
How are we going to watch it?
We found it. I don't want to say it because I don't want to get removed. But yeah, we found it. So
it's available places, Ursa.
We found it. It's pretty accessible.
Actually, tell Ursa after we hang up this call, so he can go download in case it does disappear.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. Yeah. But we have found it. Yeah. So it was like a straight to video movie. I think it got played on ABC Family on TV, but aside from that, it's just never been released. But it does have Tim Curry as Gomez, and he only took the role because he didn't want anyone else to play Gomez because he was really good friends with Raul Julia as one of his best friends. So he took it because he wanted to make sure that at least that role got honored.
Beautiful.
He didn't want to get cheaped out. So
nice.
I can respect that.
Sounds like there's a whole story here. Holy cow. Huh.
There's a good story there. So we'll talk about it if we get to it. But yeah, that's my plan. Is eventually we'll do it. Just somehow we'll squeeze in the third film. So just to cap things off. But there we have it, guys. Addams Family, 1991. Cultober 3 is over. Can you believe it?
No.
What a month.
Like it hasn't even started yet.
A month.
That's what it feels like.
It's gone by so quick. This has been a hell of a month. The amount of content we put out is insane. 5 episodes of Cult Talk Conspiracy, 4 episodes of Cult of Campbell, an episode of Cult of Russell, 2 episodes of Cult of Lore, and 13 Cultober exclusive episodes.
I'm so happy we're able to get everything recorded on September 30th.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a day.
Yeah, a hell of a day.
Hell of a day. Yeah, if you listen to an episode and someone's not on it, that's because they're recording something else.
Yeah,
at the same time.
We split off to go record something else. That's right.
This has been an insane month. Mike, you did it, man. You edited 13 fucking reviews.
Wow.
Yeah,
insane. Also, and you also edited Cult of Campbell and Cult of Russell.
And some Cult Talk Conspiracy.
And some Cult Talk Conspiracy. Helped out with Cult of Lore. Yeah, you did it, brother. You did it. You helped us out, and just in time for us to start Cultober 4. We're wrapping this up, and we're going to take a quick nap, and then we're going to record Cultober 4.
Hey, what about Christmas?
We'll get that.
You still have to start on Cultober 4.
We'll record that on December 20th on my birthday.
Yeah, December 20th. Yeah. We'll get that. Yeah, Mike's always looking for something to do, so I gotta keep him appeased.
Yeah,
he doesn't have something to do.
I don't have enough.
Idle hands. Something. something. I don't know. Brad.
We hired a hand actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devin Sawa,
Yeah.
Idle Hands.
Yeah.
The guy from Addams Family.
Right.
As the saying goes. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Today, same day, Cult Talk Conspiracy. We're releasing our Halloween special. The Jersey Devil, the Beast of the Barren is out. So check that out. And but thank you guys for joining us on this big journey. This is the biggest Cultober we've ever done. It was a huge daunting task.
Yeah.
And we did it. We did it. I can't not believe it. We did it. And thank you guys for listening, though.
Yeah. Thank you so much for because this is a big one. So we really appreciate you guys being along for this. That's awesome. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment if you would.
Please.
Donate. Donate. Please.
Donate. Oh, yes. Please donate. Yes, please. Donate.
But most importantly, enjoy that Halloween, man. It is the season. Spooky season.
Cannot wait.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame Halloween's only 31 days.
I know. It really is.
Not unless you just decide no and you make it.
I think you should get rid of September and just extend it to October.
Ty, what about my birthday?
Who needs that?
Who needs
Yeah, but then your birthday would be in October.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you'd be October.
You'd be in
Is that how
October.
that works?
Sure.
That's how,
Yeah.
we're deleting a month and making October. We can make it work however we want.
And honestly, I could do without November, honestly. I could do without November.
Oh, yeah.
Would that be spooky season, or would we split November in half and make it half spooky season, half Christmas season?
The idea here in my mind is to eventually overtake Christmas with Halloween as well.
I mean, that's
I like
Your master
Christmas.
plan.
I like having a week of Christmas. I like
Tyler is
Christmas.
Tyler is far too gay to delete Christmas. He gays out for Christmas.
I love
Then
Christmas.
It can develop it. It can continue on past it, but it'll have its
Tyler
own-
loves the packaging. He'll buy a gift just so he can package it. Like
I do some cute fucking wrapping.
See?
Really
Don't you?
smart.
Yeah, I do some wrapping.
he really.
I do brown paper, twine, stamp names. You don't get it.
Yeah.
I give gifts.
That is classy.
Tyler's gay doesn't show often, but when it does, it's at Christmas time.
It's for holidays.
Yeah, just
So I like
holidays.
holiday specials.
That's
Yeah.
a good. That's a good use of it.
Yeah.
Good use of the gay. Yeah.
Ty, I'm
way to
bringing
use
you
it.
all my Christmas presents to you for you to wrap. Is that cool?
That's fine.
Okay.
I wrap presents like
using his
I wrap
powers
presents like a
Speaking of
motherfucker.
rap,
Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up, guys. Cultober's been a long one. I think it's finally time for us to take a couple days to rest and relax. Cultober's coming out Thursday, so we got
Definitely coming out Thursday.
Definitely coming out
Thursday.
Thursday.
coming out Thursday for sure.
You know what?
Well, to be fair, this next one is the one you're allowed to lax on if you have to, I guess.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
The past two you
Wow.
weren't allowed, so
That's two were hard deadlines, man. That sucks.
But let us
Yeah.
take a moment. Let us take a second and just say
Yeah.
good job to the Cult of Lore guys for getting their episodes out on time.
Yep.
You guys did
'cause
awesome.
that definitely happened this month.
Yeah.
Definitely did.
So,
Know that
because
for a
our
fact.
listeners aren't retarded, they noticed that none of the Cult of Lore guys spoke on that.
My sarcasm.
Yeah. Mike edited 20 some episodes, but Eric, you getting 2 episodes out on Thursday. You are the real hero of this month. You did it. You did it.
I looked at him the whole time too. I'm like,
You saved Cultober.
hey, listen, don't get mad that our 2 videos have more quality than your guys' 17.
Yeah, okay. Jeez. Cutthroat.
Shots fired.
Jared, why'd you let this happen? You fucked me, now you're letting this happen. Like, come on, man.
Cult Talk Net Civil War.
Oh no! Oh,
No, we gotta do collabs.
that'd be a good crossover series, though.
We gotta do collabs.
All right.
But thank you guys for listening. Until next year, I've been Ty.
I've been Eric.
I've been Ben.
I've been Michael.
I've been Eursa.
I've been Bailey.
I think this one's dun 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 dun.